So till now, what we have discussed some of the problems that are related to single wall, right? Single wall, and the mode of heat transfer is only conduction, right? So we have discussed some of the problems related to this, right? What you are observing here. So as you can see, there is a single wall is there, which is having a thickness L and temperature T1 and T1 at one face, at left face, and a T2 at a right face, and this wall is having a thermal conductivity of K and area A, and temperature T1 is greater than T2, so that heat will transfer from left face to right face, right? Left face to right face. So, and the resistance offered to by the wall, this resistance is offered by the wall is given by RTH, thermal resistance it is, right? Thermal resistance offered by the wall. So till now we have discussed simple problems like this, and for this the rate of heat transfer Q is given by, so capital Q is the rate of heat transfer, it is given by, right? Q is equal to minus Ka into bracket T2 minus T1 divided by L. So this is the Fourier's law of conduction equation which is applicable to this slab, single slab, right? So the same we can rewrite it in terms of, so I want to remove this negative sign, so that's why I'm interchanging these two, T2 minus T1 I am replacing by T1 minus T2 here. So Q is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by L by K. I am taking this L by K downward, right? Below this L by Ka. So I'm taking this, right? Ka, which is on the numerator part, I'm taking it on the denominator, right? So Q is equal to, the final expression will be Q is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by R. R is the thermal resistance, right? And its value is L by Ka. L by Ka, its value is, it's L by Ka, right? This is the thermal resistance offered by the single slab. So this is the equation for rate of heat transfer. So you can see here capital Q, and capital Q. Rate of heat transfer, or heat transfer, one more term we are using for this, rate of heat loss also, right? So same will be Q only, capital Q. So there is one more term that we call it as small q, that we call it as heat flux, right? Heat flux. So this heat flux is given by Q by A, right? Capital Q by A. This is heat flux, right? So unit for capital Q, rate of heat transfer, capital Q is W, that is watts, right? Watts or kilowatts we are using this for capital Q. Whereas for small q, we are making use of the unit watt per meter square, it is watt per meter square, right? So from the Fourier's law of conduction, if you observe it carefully here, so if I take this A on the left hand side, it will become Q by A. It will become Q by A. The same thing I have made here, you can see here. So this small q is nothing but Q by A. Q by A is equal to minus K into bracket T2 minus T1 divided by L. So I am removed this K, I have removed, I have transferred it to the left hand side of the equation. So same equation Q is equal to, I am going to replace this Q by A by this small q. Small q is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by L by K, right? So this L by K is nothing but the resistance offered, right? Resistance offered, right? And the T1 minus T2 is the temperature difference. So Q is equal to, Q by A is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by R, where area we call it as per meter square. It is for unit area. For unit area, this is the rate of heat transfer. For unit area it is, right? As you can see, per meter square, watt per meter square it will be. So this type of problem we have solved. The second type of problem what we are discussing from today onwards, so you can see there is one slab, it is having Ka, right? K as thermal conductivity, A as area, and T1 as the temperature at the left face, and T2 is the temperature at the right face. And this slab is offering a thermal resistance of RTH, right? And the thickness of the wall is L meters, okay? Whereas this inner surface, so I will call this as inner surface, left face, so it is subjected to another mode of heat transfer, that is convective heat transfer mode, consider there is gas is here, gas hai yahan pe. So the temperature of the gas is Tg. Tg is the temperature of the gas, right? So gas temperature is having higher temperature. We assume it, let as per our this problems. So usually what happens, the temperature usually in ovens, right? In ovens, the temperature of the gas inside the furnace is having higher temperature, right? So later on, the heat transfer, the initial heat transfer will takes place from the gas to the inner surface of the wall, right? To this. So from the gas, the heat will transfer to this gas inner surface of the wall, right? At this wall, left wall, right? And in between gas and this wall, there is a convective heat transfer coefficient H parameter. H is there, right? Right. Along with that, the heat will transfer later on. Heat will transfer from left face to the right face of the slab, right? With a thermal resistance TH RTH, right? So how we are going to write the equation for this? See, there are two cases now. This slab is exposed to convective medium on the left surface, right? You can see here on the left there is a gas which is having a temperature Tg, and there is a heat transfer. Since gas is there, then there has to be convective heat transfer coefficient. So as in case of conduction, K will be there, no? As in case of conduction, thermal conductivity will be there. Similarly, when there is a convection, then H will be there. Convective, that is heat transfer coefficient, that we call it as convective heat transfer coefficient H. Okay. So this is the gas and this is the surface. So Tg is greater than T1, then heat transfer will take place from the gas to the wall, and in between these two there is one convective heat transfer coefficient H. Okay, so here, so I will call this as Q is equal to Q1 is equal to Q2. Okay, so first I will write the equation for Q for as you can see for this first Q, rate of heat transfer between gas and the wall surface up to this only, up to this point only. So the expression will be, since here the convective mode of heat transfer is there, so the temperature difference is Tg minus T1 divided by 1 divided by HA. 1 divided by HA. If you refer your data handbook, you will get this 1 by HA as R. That is for convective mode of heat transfer. So you can see here RC is there, no? RC is nothing but the resistance offered due to this convection medium. So that's why we call it as RC. Okay. So its value is 1 by HA. H is the convective heat transfer coefficient and A is the area to which it is exposed. So here the temperature. So temperature is Tg. Tg is the gas temperature and T1 is the surface temperature. And the resistance offered is a convective heat transfer resistance, that is 1 divided by HA. So this is the mode of heat transfer, that is convective mode of heat transfer taking place from the gas to the inner surface of the wall. Then similarly, another mode of heat transfer, now the temperature T1 is been increased, right? So initially it was having certain temperature. Because of this exposure of Tg, gas temperature, the wall temperature will increase, right? So now the heat transfer will takes place from left surface of the wall to the right surface of the wall, right? And this wall is having K as thermal conductivity, A as area, and it is having a thickness of L, and this wall is going to offer a thermal resistance. This wall is going to offer thermal resistance RTH. So the rate of heat transfer is equal to rate of heat transfer through convective medium. This is equal to rate of heat transfer in conduction medium. So here you can observe, here you can see this, the heat transfer is now it is taking place through the wall. So the expression for this is again from Fourier's law of conduction, we'll get T1 minus T2 divided by L by Ka, right? So this is the rate of heat transfer in the convective zone from here to here, and this is the rate of heat transfer through the wall, through the wall. Okay. Now I can write the expression for entire system, right? Considering entire system as 1 here. So I will go with Tg minus T2. So Tg is the highest temperature and T2 is the lowest temperature. I will directly go with the entire system, right? Tg minus T2 divided by resistance offered, convective resistance offered, right? Plus this plus this convective, the conduction resistance. Okay, there is a small correction. It is L divided by K. It is not 1 divided by. Just a minute. Just a minute, please. Okay. See here, there is small correction. I have written it wrongly. So resistance offered by the convective zone is 1 divided by HA, and the resistance offered, so this zone RC. So you can see here RC is equal to 1 by HA, right? 1 by HA, whereas RTH is L by K. You correct it to L by K, this component, L by K. I have written 1 divided by L by K, I have written. So you correct it to L by K, like this it is, like this. Okay. So this is the equation. This is the equation for entire system. So this is the rate of heat transfer throughout the wall, right? Right from this gas, from the gas, the heat will enter to this face, and from this face, from the left face to the right face of the wall. Okay. Is it understood? Samir, Raju, Amir, Sohail,
Yes, sir.
Nadav, समझ में आ रहा है ना? What I am trying to express. Huh? Hello, Sohail, Nadav, are you there? Raju, Raju, अर्थ आता रे? Okay, then okay. So how the rate of heat transfer? This is for the entire system. Tg minus T2 divided by 1 divided by HA plus 1 divided by L by K. It is. You correct this part. It is 1 divided by L. Sorry, it is only L by K. 1 by HA is convective resistance, whereas this is thermal resistance, right? Resistance through conduction, L by Ka. So this is equal to, so rate of how the heat transfer is taking place from the gas to the wall, it is Tg minus T1 divided by 1 by HA. So this is the convective mode of heat transfer that is taking place. This is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by L by K. So from here to here, the rate of heat transfer is taking place. So this rate of heat transfer throughout the system is equal. So that's why we usually write Q is equal to Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to Q3. So as it keeps on going. Okay. So this is the part that you should understand here. Okay. Now coming to this one more parameter, that is, okay, there is one more. So it is a composite wall. There are two walls are there, right? As you can see, and one face is, as you can see, the one face, the extreme left face is exposed to, that is gas, hot gas, having temperature Tg. Tg is the temperature of the gas, and T1 is the temperature at the left face, T2 is the temperature at the right face, and T3 is the temperature at extreme right face. T2 is the intermediate temperature. Okay. T3 is the extreme left surface. Okay. So as you can see, L1 and L2 are the thickness of wall 1, and L2 is the thickness of wall 2. So L1 here is going to offer a resistance of R1, and L2 is going to offer a resistance of R2, right? So these are the R1 and R2 are the two resistance offered by first wall and second wall. Whereas, as you can see here, this surface, the inner left surface of the wall is subjected to gas, which is having higher temperature. So heat will transfer, initially the heat will transfer from the gas to the wall, then from this wall, extreme left wall to the intermediate wall, and from the intermediate wall to the extreme right wall, right? So the heat transfer will takes place from left to right, right? Since gas is there, no, since the presence of gas is there, then it offers a convective resistance, RC, right? It will offer a convective resistance, and along with that, H component will be there. So again, I have forgotten to return here H. So H is the convective heat transfer mode, or convective heat transfer coefficient it is. So it is in between this gas and this wall. So as it has to be there, right? H. So that is the convective heat mode of convective heat transfer coefficient between a Tg and a T1, gas and the inner surface of the wall. So H parameter will be there. Okay, as you can see here, Q is the rate of heat transfer throughout the composite wall is equal to rate of heat transfer through the first wall is equal to rate of heat transfer to the second wall, and this is equal to rate of heat transfer through the so you have to write one more here. Q is equal to Q1 is equal to Q2. So this Q1 will represent rate of heat transfer through the convection mode. Q2 will represent rate of heat transfer to the first wall, and this is equal to Q3. This is equal to Q3, that is rate of heat transfer through the second wall. Rate of heat transfer through the second wall. Okay. So now you can observe it carefully. So this is the rate of heat transfer through the composite wall, entire wall it is. This is for entire wall. So the extreme temperatures are for entire wall it is Tg minus T3. So Tg is the gas temperature, highest, it is having the highest temperature, and T3 is the lowest temperature, and the heat transfer will takes place from left to right. So that's why it is Tg minus T3 divided by 1 divided by HA. So this is nothing but resistance offered by the convection zone. So this is the convection zone, and RC is the convective resistance. RC is the convective resistance. So its value is 1 divided by HA, 1 divided by HA, plus L1 by, so plus L1 by K1A. So L1 by K1A is the resistance offered by the first slab, that is R1. So the value of R1 is L1 by K1 A1, right? Then plus L2 by K2 A2. So this is L2 by K2 A2 is nothing but the resistance offered by the second slab. Okay. So in between the temperature zone, Tg minus T3 divided by resistance offered by the first convective zone plus resistance offered by the first composite wall, then resistance offered by the second composite wall. Okay, this is the expression for entire system. Now we'll separate it. Q1 is equal to in terms of, so Q1 is the rate of heat transfer between gas and the inner surface of the wall. So for that the expression will be Tg minus T1 divided by 1 by HA. So this will be the rate of heat transfer from the gas to the wall. Then Q2 is another term, rate of heat transfer through the composite wall, the first wall, it is to the first wall. So it is the temperature zone. Here you can observe T1 and T2 are the temperature zone. So that's why it is T1 minus T2 divided by resistance offered, that is L1 by K1 A1, right? Then similarly for T3, sorry, Q3 for Q3 you can observe here. So Q3, the temperature zone are T2 and T3 for the second composite wall. So it is T2 minus T3 divided by R3. Sorry, R2 it is. So this is RC, convective resistance. R1 is the first wall, resistance of the first wall, and R2 is the resistance of the second wall. Okay. So this is how you have to generate the equation. So here you have to write Q is equal to Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to Q3. Q3 will be there. Okay. So you can see here the composite wall. This is a composite wall whose inner surface is subjected to convective mode of heat transfer, right? यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, यहाँ पे गैस है. So because of this gas, the heat transfer will takes place from the gas to this wall, then to this intermediate wall, and later on to this extreme right surface of the wall. So this is how you have to generate the equations here, right? What we have written here, Q is equal to Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to Q3, and this is the expression for entire system. Q1 is the rate of heat transfer in convective zone. Q2 is the rate of heat transfer in the conduction zone, that is for first wall, and Q3 is the mode of heat transfer, that is rate of heat transfer in a second wall. So these value will always remain same. Q is equal to Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to Q3. Okay, is it clear this part? Is it clear? If you have understood this part, then only we can proceed for the problems that are related to this. अगर ये समझ में आ गया तो वो समझ में आएगा, नहीं तो नहीं. So this is the basic concept which is necessary to solve the problem. Okay, we'll go with one problem. At least we'll discuss, then if you come to know, then it's okay and well and good. Okay. Okay. So in last class we have discussed up to this. Okay. So problem number 15. So we'll discuss one problem, right? Wherein, as you can see, there are 3 slabs are there, whereas the innermost slab is subjected to convective mode of heat transfer. This, okay, we'll read out the problem and we try to understand it. So calculate, it is okay, no? Raju, Samir, अर्थ आला?
Yes, sir.
Ismail Bagli?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so problem statement. Okay, problem statement is something like this. The rate of, calculate the rate of heat flow per meter square it is, right? Means you have to calculate for small q. Heat flow per meter square means small q is to be calculated through a furnace. It is a furnace. Furnace wall consisting of 200 mm thick inner layer of chrome brick, a center layer of kaolin brick 100 mm thick, and outer layer of masonry brick 100 mm thick. So as you can see, it is a furnace. So this furnace is having 3 layers. Okay, so you can see here, it is a furnace wall consisting of 200 mm thick inner layer of chrome. So you can see this is the chrome which is having a thickness of 200 mm. Later on, the intermediate center layer is there. Okay, you can see here, furnace wall consisting of 200 mm thick inner layer of chrome brick. Okay, up to chrome brick it is okay. Inner layer, it is extreme inner layer A, what you are observing here. Later on, a center layer of kaolin brick 100 mm thick. So second layer is kaolin brick layer is there. It is having 100 mm thickness, and outer layer of masonry brick, and its thickness is also 100 mm thick. Okay, this is also 100 mm thick. So you can see here, chrome brick is there 200 mm, kaolin brick is there 100 mm, and masonry brick is there, that is also 100 mm thick. Okay, now the unit surface conductance at the inner surface is 74 watt per meter square degree Celsius. Okay, so this unit surface conductance is nothing but a convective heat mode of heat transfer. So always remember, for convection mode of heat transfer, the convective heat transfer coefficient value is always its unit will be watt per meter square degree Celsius. You remember this. The unit for H is watt per meter square degree Celsius. Okay, so here the value of H is given. So it is unit surface conductance. Okay, so unit surface conductance is nothing but a convective heat transfer coefficient, and its value, and it is at the inner surface, right? And its value is 74 watt per meter square. Okay, and outer surface temperature is 70 degrees Celsius. So this T4 value is given. Outer surface temperature is 70 degrees Celsius. The temperature of the gas inside the furnace is 1670 degrees Celsius. So this Tg, so the temperature of the gas is 1670 degrees Celsius, 1670 degrees Celsius. Okay. Then what it is asked, what temperatures prevail at inner and outer surface of the center layer? So this is the center layer. So what are the temperature of this center layer? T2, what is the temperature T2 and what is the temperature T3. So that is been asked in the problem. Okay, what is been asked here? So first is calculate rate of heat transfer. First you have to calculate small q, heat transfer per meter square, small q it is. And second thing is you have to calculate the temperature T2 and T3. T2 and T3 are to be calculated because what temperatures prevail at the inner and outer surface of the center layer. So this is the center layer, B is the center layer, and its temperature, extreme temperatures. What are the inner and outer temperature? T2 will be the inner temperature and T3 is the outer temperature of this center layer. Okay, this is the problem statement. So here take K for, that is thermal conductivity of chrome brick is equal to 1.25 watt per meter degree Celsius. Then K for kaolin brick is also given 0.074, and K for masonry brick, that is thermal conductivity of the masonry brick is 0.555 watt per meter degree Celsius. So these are the thermal conductivity of A, B and C wall. Okay, so now we'll try to write the we try to extract the given data from this problem. So here the thickness of the chrome brick is La is given 200 mm, that is 0.2 meter. Then for kaolin brick Lb is there, that is 100 mm, that is 0.1 meter. And for masonry brick Lc is 0. That is also 100 mm. Okay, then thermal conductivity of Ka, Kb, Kc. So these are also written here 1.25, 0.074 and 0.555. Right? For the three walls, these are the thermal conductivity values. Okay. Next is unit surface conductance. So that is nothing but the convective heat transfer coefficient, that is H. H. So either you go with H or HF, HHF, whatever as per your convenience. So I have written here H in H suffix HF. So it is 74 watt per meter square degree Celsius. So here it is. Now the temperature of the hot fluid. So that is the temperature of the gas is 1670 and the temperature of the outer surface, that is T4, is 70 degrees Celsius. Okay, first we will calculate the rate of heat transfer here. So rate of heat transfer is given by, okay. So first we will calculate depending upon the given temperature, because Tg is known as well as T4 is known. Okay, so first I will calculate the rate of heat transfer by considering for the entire system. For entire system, I will go with entire system. So for entire system, the rate of heat transfer Q is equal to so extreme temperature zones are Tg and T4. So I will go with Tg minus T4 divided by. So this parameter is 1 divided by H. 1 by H. So that is the convective zone, resistance offered during the convective zone. This part here, right? Plus La by Ka. La by Ka is the resistance offered by the first block, A block. Then Lb by Kb is the resistance offered by the second block. Then Lc by Kc is the resistance offered by the third block. Okay. So here I have taken area as common. I have taken area as common and I have transferred it to the left hand side of the equation. That's why it has become capital Q by A. Okay. Okay, last another 8 minutes is there. So we'll finish off this part. Okay, now we are going to substitute the values here. All the values are known here. Tg is known, 1670 minus 70 divided by 1 divided by 74 plus 0.2 divided by 1.25 plus 0.1 divided by 0.074 plus 0.1 divided by 0.555. So if you calculate, you will get the rate of heat transfer as 938.58. So this is the rate of heat transfer throughout the composite wall, right? And it has to be same for first wall, second wall, third wall, and also for the convective zone. Okay, now we need to calculate temperature T2 and T3. So for that, I will going to resolve this. So I'm going to write the equation for individual. So this Q, rate of heat transfer, is equal to convective mode of heat transfer, that is Tg minus T1 divided by resistance offered by that convective zone here, this part from here to here it is. Okay, then T1 minus T2 divided by LA by K. So this is the resistance offered by the, or the rate of heat transfer for the first block, and T2 minus T3 divided by LB by KB, that is the resistance offered by the second block, or rate of heat transfer through the second block, or that is Kaiulin block. So this is equal to third one also. You can extend it. This is equal to T3 minus T4 divided by LC by KC. Here you can extend it. Okay. So, but we need only T2 and T3 value. T2 and T3 value are required here. So first I will go with this part. I will equate this first part, right? So from this equation, I can calculate a T1, temperature at the inner surface of the wall, right? That is 1657. Then I will equate first two equations now. Otherwise, I will equate first Q and second equation, these two. I'm going to equate Q. Q is equal to, this is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by LA by K. I'm going to equate this equation and this equation. Okay. So that I can calculate T2 here. T2. So you will get, so T2 is equal. Now equate these two. First equation, Q is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by LA by K. So this is Q is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by LA by K. So in this equation, T2 is the only unknown. So that we have calculated, that is 1507.1 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now you equate this to the third equation, because T3 is also required to calculate. So Q is equal to, so this Q is equal to rate of heat transfer is equal to, equate this equation as well as this third equation. So Q is equal to 938.53 is equal to 1507.1 minus T3 divided by 0.1 divided by 0.074. So T3 will be 238.7 degrees Celsius. So this is the rate of heat transfer or temperature T3, at this point, right? T3. So we have calculated T2 as well as T3, right? So this is how you need to practice the problems depending upon the different modes of heat transfer. Is it clear? Understood? No, you practice it once or twice, you will come to know. It is very easy actually. Both आसान है, but because of this online classes, I think things are getting difficult, but it is very easy. Okay. Any doubts if you are having, you can ask me. Raju, Samir.
Oh, sir.
If you have any doubts.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, shall I wind up the session now? Okay. Thank you all of you for attending the class. Thank you.